Well, this is our new seat mount. We moved it over and back so that my knees don't hit on everything to be able to run this clutch pedal. And I didn't get a seat with this tractor, so I found this on a sale. It's off of a W9 International, but it's a way wider seat than what the David Bradley ever came out with. The correct seat off of this is the same as a Suburban riding tractor. It's just a temporary bolt because I don't have one the right length. And you mount that back here. I'll get up there to show you. All right, these things are kind of hard to get off. I can see how this got bent, because getting up on here, you grab a hold of this, and I'll bet somebody. See, this is going to let me run my clutch pedal a whole lot better. Because that's what my problem was before. I was setting so far forward, but you can see that there ain't much room here for my leg on the steering. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut some of this shaft off and move this steering wheel down a little bit. Because I don't need the steering wheel up this far. I could easily reach it here, but by moving this seat over, it lets me look right down on the single row cultivator that fits in here. Because before, when the way this seat was, I was sitting clear over here, and this thing has a big hood on it that isn't on here right now, so your visual would have been pretty limited. Be careful here, I'm sitting up on a jack too, so we'll have to deal with that later. I'll just bet you anything. Either that or I'm gonna have to take this piece out of here. I wish this throttle hadn't been built right into this. I could have easily put a block with a bearing in there to slide down this, but then I wouldn't have my throttle. We get our engine back when I go to Kansas this next week. They took the parts off of my engine and the parts off of the one he had down there, and we now have a running engine. So surely in a week or so, I ought to be able to have this thing put together enough I can actually go out and run it, because it hasn't been run for, I'm going to say roughly 35 years, maybe longer than that, since a kid of 13 paraded this tractor. He's now 50 or 55 years old. It hasn't been run since then. So, but yeah, this is gonna work real good. I like this seat. But like I say, getting up and down off of this thing is a struggle. If the cultivator was in here, I'd actually have a step. Somebody put a bracket in there to hold that clutch pedal down, which is a great idea. It's easy to shift this thing. You got your high and your low, and then when you get this back into neutral, that's your reverse. And I'm pretty sure that these parts are off of a walking tractor instead of a riding tractor, because there was not two levers on one of these when they were new. In fact, part of this fit into a bracket that's right here. We don't know enough history about this to know why this happened.